All right, so I'm naming this one. I might change it later down the line or whatever, or maybe even before I upload it. But this one is called "I'm Sort of Satisfied with This Month's Comic Haul." And this is not everything. I've ordered two more books, or actually, it is just two. Two more books, and then a third if I get a gift card from Knowledge Panel. You know, if I just need one more survey, and I'll have enough for a $15 gift card. And if that happens before the end of the month, you know, I don't mind if it happens next month, but if it happens toward the end of this month, I'll get at least one more book. But as is, it'll just be 8. 6 have come in thus far, and then I got 2 more coming in. One being a bigger book, which is nice, and then one being a hardcover. So this is the only like standard size softcovers, or standard like, size as in like thickness. Spelled with 2 C's. But yeah, I'm calling this one I'm sort of satisfied because this is all one author. And usually when I do that, it's because I know this is the last of what they've done for Image Comics. I am very OCD about that. I need to make sure I have every last book that the author has written. I can't get any less or any more. I can't get any more, obviously, but I can't get any less. Now, the author here, so it's the spoiling I got, it's an Image, these are all from Image. It's from Joshua Williamson. It's the last of what I needed. What really pisses me off is that there's a series called Overlook that's only 3 issues. It's not on the Kindle. There's no trade release. And there should be because it was a 3-issue mini-series. It's all done. All 3 issues came out. There you go. Now, I probably will have to go to different avenues to finally read it and technically own it and own the book. I don't like doing that, but I'm not spending $12 for 3 comics or floppies. They're not trades, you know. At least for one of these, it's 4 issues. I spent $12, and yeah, even then I'm like, you know. But without further ado, let's get into it. And all these are a lot smaller than I thought they would be, like shorter size width. So the first one up is all 3 volumes, collecting all 12 issues of Dark Ride. Dark Ride Volume 1, Hell Ticket, collects 1 through 4. Now, issue 1 was like super long. It was like 50 pages. Now, some of it's in black and white, so I'm going to show the parts that, you know, there we go. Perfect. Nice little 2-page splash. Now, I do really like Joshua Williamson's writing, and that's the main reason. Like, I was really flip-flopped about whether or not I would get them when I got them. It was whenever it was announced first that he was going to be doing G.I. Joe in November. That's the book I will have to wait for. But whenever that was announced, that was when I was like, all right, let's get this instead. And I was thinking it was back in July, if anything. Because July was when Dark Ride Volume 3 came out. That was the last book I needed. Now, Overlook, I'm just going to say, like, there's so many series. Like, there's a 3-issue series done by, I'm not going to example because he has done a lot more. But there's a 3-issue miniseries done by Warren Ellis. I believe there was a 3-issue miniseries done by whoever wrote that book that I got, not Marco Blair, Macon Blair. It was the author. Kilroy was here. Whoever wrote Kilroy is here. Whoever wrote that book, I think he also had a 3-issue miniseries that was not available anywhere but buying it online. I don't really want to invest in that. Like, he does have another 3-issue series, Joshua Williamson, that's available on the Kindle. And even then, I was like, anything more than $2 on the Kindle, I'd be annoyed at. Dark Ride Volume 2, this is a little bent. Volume 2 collects 5 through 8. But yeah, I do like Joshua Williamson's writing. I think he's one of the writers that is very, like, he'll be on, like, Comic Pop a lot. So he definitely has, and yeah, so I'm King, but let's say this about that, the better. But he seems like he has good camaraderie with the comic book community. Maybe not everyone, but he's still, like, he wouldn't attack anybody, basically. Not from either side. And then Volume 3, The Devil's Due, is 9 to 12. Doesn't seem like it because it's so thin. It almost seems like it's thinner than it's all 3 volumes. It's 4 issues, I understand that. And obviously, Volume 1 is going to feel the thickest out of the 3, because Issue 1 of that series was like, what, 50 pages? I think it's actually exactly 50 pages. And it's also a long time coming. I had gotten Birthright and Nailbiter, like, a long time ago. I almost want to say it was back in 2022, and since then I knew there was a whole bunch more that I needed from him. And back then I was like, you know what, they have this at the library, I'll get that later on. You know, it was that kind of mindset, but Still a long time coming. Especially nowadays where I'm like, I don't care if the library has it or don't. If I need this book to complete my Warren Ellis set, I'm getting this book. Next up, we have Cobar Commander. Now, there's also another thing to be said is collecting 1 through 5. And there's also another thing to be said about, like, you have the Witchblade and Spawn / Darkness rule for some of these authors. Like, Spawn, for example, Sean Lewis, he has, he's in a lot for Spawn. I don't count King Spawn as a book I need to complete my Sean Lewis Image Comics set on my shelf. Because there's so much of Spawn that it's like, it's like it's done by someone else. That's why part of me is kind of like, well, these are spin-offs. Yeah, the characters here are going to be in G.I. Joe, but G.I. Joe is in Larry Hama's continuity, but I also have to get the Larry Hama volumes from Image I've released, and before then, because it's 300, to wait for the compendiums. It's one of those things. I'm just like so flip-flopped. Now, there's another reason why I did this. And that's because on this coming Friday, I won't be at the house very much. We have a wedding to go to, so it's kind of like, I kind of want all these to come in relatively quickly. And all but one of them's coming in on Monday, and then the other one, knock on wood, is coming in on Thursday. That's what they say. It said Thursday. Hoping it says that. Actually, let's see what Amazon says. Because USPS is always super far behind. Almost always. Yes, it's arriving Thursday. So, hopefully Amazon is right. And it's a third-party seller that I do trust, so... I at least, yeah. Then we have Duke. This is collecting 1 through 6 of Duke. Nope, 1 through 4. Sorry, 1 through 4. 1 through 5. And yes, nice! It's the material from the Energon Universe 2024 special. That was another one I didn't have by him, and I was like, there's no Kindle release of it. Damn it. But no, there we go. And finally, last but not least, we have Xenoholics. One of those Image books from Joshua Williamson that I had no idea existed until I looked it up. I looked up what he had written. I believe it was almost, I think it was almost want to say it was on Amazon. I find this funny. That's exactly, it's where I first opened it up to. That right there. It's the first thing I saw. And that, as I say, is that, so far. 6 books out of 8. The other 2, if you want to know, is going to be Ghosted and Masks and Mobsters. Ghosted being the compendium, being the thicker book, and Masks and Mobsters being the hardcover. That is it. I don't know if Masks and Mobsters is an oversized hardcover. Might be. But only they made this video about 2 minutes shorter. It took me 6 minutes. But I didn't. And this video will be uploaded. Like, comic hauls will always be uploaded, on the day that I get them. Now, this one, actually, I do want to point this out one thing. Ghosted could potentially come in tomorrow. I hope it doesn't, because we have a big day tomorrow. But it also, like, it says Monday. I'm hoping Sunday. I don't have to wait till Monday, but I'm hoping Sunday. But it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. Hey, it's like, John Layman gave it a good review for Xenoholics. Let's see if any blurbs. I didn't see any. It was James Tinian for Dark Ride. But again, Joshua Williamson is a really good writer who seems to be have good camaraderie with fans, and seems to be a good all around good writer. I read his Suicide Squad Justice League, which I really liked, and I want to say there's a few more that I've read by him. But off the top of my head, Justice League versus Suicide Squad, and I really enjoyed that one. It was a nice little fun book. But that's it.